This is our Power BI dashboard which helps us to find the disease progression. On the top, we have our important KPIs. Right below, we have our most common disease and its important KPIs. Now this is the tab of comparing our top 5 disease. We have average LOS of top 5 disease visit wise. We have top 5 disease count. We have top 5 disease claims in which we are comparing our claims payment amount with respect to their average of claims payment amount. This is the top 5 disease mortality rate visit wise. Now let's go to our next tab, pneumonia versus non-pneumonia, in which we are comparing our patient who have pneumonia versus the patient who don't have pneumonia. Like we are comparing pneumonia versus non-pneumonia total claims, their average claims, their mortality rate and their average LOS. Let's go to our next step, pneumonia decomposition. Here we have our patient who are suffering from pneumonia on its first visit and have taken a total of 3 visits. On its second visit, we can definitely see out of 251 people, we have 14 people revisited for pneumonia. Now, out of 14 people, we have 2 people who are visited for CHF NOS, and we can also see our important KPIs for CHF NOS. Now, similar to this, we have non-pneumonia decomposition. Here we have the patient who have done a total of 3 visits and does not have pneumonia on its first visit. Like on its first visit, we have this disease. On the second, we have this. And on the third, we have this. And here are the important KPIs with respect to these diseases. On the left, we have our average days between first and the second visit for pneumonia, average days between second and the third visit for pneumonia, average days between first and the second visit for non-pneumonia, and the average days between second and the third visit for non-pneumonia. Here we have our overall mortality rate. Now let's go to our next page in which we are totally going to focus on pneumonia. Here we have our important KPIs for pneumonia, my average LOS by visit, my average LOS distribution for pneumonia, my visit versus mortality rate, in which I can definitely see on my third visit we have a higher mortality rate, my count of claims by total visit, and my comparison of average claim amount versus the total claim amount. Here we have our first and second visit distribution and second and third visit distribution. Here we have our mortality rate for pneumonia. The darker portion or the red portion, I can definitely say, have the higher mortality. Similarly, with the average LOS, the darker portion have the higher LOS, and for the average claim. Now this dashboard is specifically for pneumonia but can be replicated for other disease as well.